is nothing ever where I need it to be? The ice in my drink will have melted by the time I find the fishing line. Where is the glue stick? These scissors are terrible. Nope. Nope. Hello and welcome back to How to Hen. Today we are doing another episode of crafting with cocktails. This one is supposed to match the theme, so I'll tell you what we're doing first and then I can tell you about the drink. What we're doing today is making a She Said Yass batter. If I remember, I will put the finished product in now. If you saw it, then you'll know that it's all gold and sparkly and hopefully it looks great. If it doesn't, it's because there are several parts of this that are not being done properly the way that you should definitely do it at home. For example, here are the supplies. We have She Said Yass printed out from a Word document. I've made them this sort of peachy rose gold, although not gold colour. I just printed them on regular paper. What you should do really is print them on thicker paper, or better yet, card. But alas, I didn't have this in the printer where I printed because I didn't think about that, and I don't have any actual card, so there's that. So that could affect the outcome. Also, I bought fishing wire to string it up with so that it was nice and invisible looking, but alas, I can't find the fishing wire anywhere. I know that I bought it and it came, it was delivered weeks ago, and who the f knows where it is now. So instead we're using this rather unsightly white thread as an example, but you should not use this. You should definitely use fishing wire, and when you order it, put it somewhere that you're going to remember where it is. We also only have the two biggest needles known to man for threading this bulky ass thread through this thin as paper. So I have a feeling it's all going to be alright. The supplies that I have that you will actually need that are useful: scissors, glitter, because we're going to make them all nice and shimmery and sparkly. I'm going to go with gold, I think, but you could do whatever colour you wanted. And a bin bag to do the glittering into, so that whoever you live with doesn't murder you for getting glitter all over the house. Also, I forgot a key ingredient. Oh, where's the glue? You'll also need a glue stick, which I don't seem to have either. But I'm gonna go and find that after I've cut these out, because to be honest, I'm losing the will to live ever so slightly with the things that I cannot find in this house. So cutting out is going to help solve that problem. Because I want to make them all gold and sparkly, I decided to wear, you know, some gold things, gold on my eyes. And I wanted to do a sort of decadent, fancy cocktail to go with it. It would make sense to do something with bubbles, because that is what's actually glamorous as opposed to a giant glass of milk. But I don't drink bubbles, and this was as close to fancy as I could get. It's also fancy because it's a drink that you need two hands to drink, because you need to take this out of the way, otherwise it ends up like up your nose. If you want to see what's in it, please go and check out my Instagram. On my highlights, I have a cocktails section where every time I make a cocktail for my videos, I do what's in it in an Instagram story. So it's just How to Hen, all one word, please, so that it's not chicken videos, and you will find me. On to the cutting out of this. Also, while I'm cutting out, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I'm doing this craft in particular. We are smack bang in the middle of this horrible pandemic crisis, and it has meant that a lot of brides have had to have their hen parties, bachelorette parties, cancelled or postponed, which really sucks. But I think that you should still celebrate, you should still mark a milestone in any way you can, and having a virtual hen party is a good way to do that. On my website, www.howtohen.com, there is a pretty comprehensive blog on all the things you need to know in order to have a really good virtual hen party. I also have loads and loads of free ideas for games and activities and ways that you can host it. And something that I do suggest in the blog is having everyone have at least one or two bits of the same decoration. So I figure if I can show you how to make a fun sort of sparkly banner that's really, you know, super simple to do, even if it looks a little bit DIY and a little bit budget, it doesn't matter. If everyone's gone to the effort to sort of make one of these, then all you have to do is hang it behind you wherever you're going to be seated for the Zoom call, and then it sort of looks like everyone's in the same place because you all have the same sort of banner with the same kind of theme, colours, whatever. It just adds to this feeling of you are celebrating together even though you aren't physically able to be together. It's a small thing, but it can really make a big difference, which is why you should probably do this the proper way with all of the stuff that I mentioned at the beginning and not the way that I'm doing it, which is a bit haphazard. But hey ho, if you are a regular subscriber, you will know that haphazard is kind of my style. Not really knowing what I'm doing is my unique selling point. I found the glue! It says I couldn't find the fishing line still, but I did manage to locate the glue. My husband managed to locate the glue. But now we have letters, so now it's the fun bit. Glitter! I forgot to mention earlier that on top of the bag, you probably should also have a folded bit of paper because that way you can gather the excess, and I'm not going to do the whole letter glitter because I think that's a quick way for it to look patchy if you miss bits or bits of it don't stick for whatever reason. So I'm just going to do the bottom sort of like they've been dipped in gold glitter because I think that'll still look really nice and it requires less glitter and should get a better coverage. Fingers crossed. How does one open this? There's two different kinds of gold. There's this sort of really yellowy gold and this sort of like brown coppery gold. I like both, but I think if this is for like a Skype Zoom background, the yellow one will stand out more. It will be more reflective, so we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna figure out how to take the card bit out. I should have done that in the bag because now there's already glitter on the desk. How are you supposed to get this out? Jesus Christ. Got it. Sprinkle a load of glue on here. Shake it off. Shake it off. Ta-da! It's a gold dipped S. So I'm going to do all of those and come back to you. Okay, I'm going to go now. You will have to quite often take the lid off and gather all this glitter that we've saved in our bit of paper and just pour it back in. We're not making too much mess. I don't have much glitter in my drink. Things are going well. I'm laying it out in front of me as I go so that I can see what I've written. I threw out the dot for the exclamation mark. These glitters, this set by the way, I think is pretty easy to get on Amazon. If I can, I'll put a link in the description to where to get them. I have an affiliate account with Amazon, so if you are going to buy them, and you are going to buy them from Amazon, do me a favour and use the link that I put, if I can find one, because that helps me in the long run too. I get a little bit of kickback commission off of that. I've also lost the Y, which is significantly more important because right now it just says, she said ass. Which, I mean, she might, but that's not really what we're going for here, so I do need to find the Y. It's so crinkled. Okay, I seriously don't have time to make another one, so I'm just gonna... Oh, and I found my exclamation bit, so I'm just gonna have to go with it. Take this f***ing glitter out again. I kinda wanna do the exclamation point now. I don't really know how I'm gonna attach it, but I've got it, so I'm actually able to dip it in the jar. Okay, so we have our She Said Yass out on the table now. I'm gonna keep this bag here for the threading because no doubt when I am wiggling these about, some of the loose glitter is gonna come off. So again, I apologise that I couldn't find my actual fishing wire. You should 100% definitely use fishing wire for this. Now, I'm gonna sit here for the next probable lifetime trying to thread said needle. Ah, I got it. Just got to try and do it so that they're all facing the same way. I'm gonna go in at the bottom. Ta-da! Except now I've got to go. This is gonna be interesting. I also forget because of the type of these S's, I keep holding them like that is a straight line somehow, forgetting that they're sort of angled. Yeesh, that is pretty bad. We're gonna keep going. There are a lot. I regret writing Yass now with so many letters. Important to note that you should probably thread it only when you're about ready to put it up because storing this is gonna be... Now you probably should do it the other way so that you don't have the big white line. I don't know if you can see that running across the top. But I've started this way so there ain't no way I'm changing it now. Yeah, this is quite therapeutic actually once you get into it. The glitter does make for a bit of a messy project, but you want to be fancy. Okay, the H is doing a bit of a weird wonky thing. The S I'm not sure is entirely straight, and this end S and exclamation point are not doing what they should, but I mean, come on! That's not taking that long. I don't know how long I've been sitting here because I had to go and find the glue in between, so. I can't even check the time to tell you how long this took, but really not that long. And I didn't need that many supplies. I'm gonna try and fix this at some point, and then I'll attach a picture of it hanging somewhere. I think what I'll do, fix this exclamation point issue that I'm having because it's sideways, is I'm gonna put the needle on this end and thread back up and come out again from the top so that the thread continues to go this way instead of pulling from the bottom. I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest. And you know, if you're doing a virtual hen party for your bride, which was kind of the point of this, you could do it for a regular hen party and never mind a virtual one. Like, this will still last even long after the pandemic has been and gone. This is still a really cute budget way to make some decorations, and you can make loads of these and you can make them say whatever you want. It doesn't just have to be bride stuff like she said, Yass. It could be quotes from her favourite TV show, or something from her favourite book, or just something that she says a lot. It could be her surname, it could be what her surname is about to be. If you can spend the time, it really doesn't cost much at all for a bit of fishing line. I mean, the thread is fine, but fishing line would be much better. Some paper or card probably works better and looks slightly more expensive, and a little bit of glue and glitter, and I think it just sets the tone. If you are planning on doing a virtual hen bachelorette party for your bride, please let me know. If you go to www.howtohen.com, I have a whole virtual hen party section that has free ideas and also a blog on what you should be thinking about if you're going to have a virtual hen. And I also have an offer on just now where I am going to be available to host virtual hen parties. So if you don't really know what to do, you don't like to be the centre of attention, but it's your job to organise it because you're a chief bridesmaid or whatever, you know, and the thought of hosting, sitting on Zoom all night and trying to host games and sort of be the ringleader and the entertainer and keep everything running, if that fills you with dread, I can do that for you. I've built a package wherein I can provide all the games, entertainment, the witty banter, and sort of run the night to make sure everything goes smoothly, everyone has a good time, and there's not sort of awkward, oh, what do we do now moments. There will always be something to do if I host it for you, so please get in touch with me. My details are in the description box below, and I will help you put together something awesome. I didn't even get to finish my drink, I was so busy. I'm gonna have one of these though. Hot damn, I love a maraschino cherry. As always, if you enjoyed any part of this and you'd like to see more of my, you know, general rambling and more episodes of Crafting with Cocktails, then please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can hit the little bell so that you get notifications. I only post once a week. I post a video every Wednesday. So, you know, it's not loads of spam, it's just once a week, and it means that you actually see when more of this sort of thing comes out. Okay, happy henning. Love you, bye.